Good morning. We're here with Joan Willis. My name's Sean Galloway for the Carroll County Remembers History Project. And how are you today, Miss Willis?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm fine.
I appreciate you coming in and sharing your memories with us today. Let's start. Where are you from? You mentioned you were a Carroll County girl.
I'm from Westminster, Maryland.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Westminster. I came from a family, my mother had 15 of us.
Wow.
And I'm number 13.
You're 13?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So did you guys, you lived on a farm or?
We didn't live on a farm. We lived right on Charles Street.
Okay.
But we had like a little farm because we had our own pigs, chickens, turkeys, and ducks.
Oh, okay.
And we raised all that stuff, and my mother canned all the food. We had gardens, and she did all the canning and to feed us children.
Oh, nice. So tell me, what was it like growing up with all those brothers and sisters?
Well, I was in the Laura group.
Uh-huh.
My mother had my first brother and a sister and 7 straight boys.
Wow.
And then at the end, 4 of us girls came along.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So how was it being in the second group with all those older kids?
Well, most of them had gone away in the service, or got married, or lived away from home. There was only 3 brothers left at home when we came along.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh.
And an uncle and his daughter.
Okay, so that means you had a little more. You had a little room then, as opposed to being all 15.
Room, right.
Oh, okay. So what were holidays like?
Holidays were beautiful.
What was your favorite?
Christmas.
Christmas. Why is that?
We had older brothers who always tried to help with the family, and they would ask us what we wanted, and then they would try to get what we wanted. If we said we wanted a dollhouse, they put a dollhouse together for us. Different baby dolls that we wanted, they see that we got it.
That must have been nice.
And that was a help to my mother and father. Yes.
What did your mother and father do? I mean, your mother, you say she tended to you guys.
My mother stayed home. She never worked. She had all that work with all
right. She had all of you, right?
But my father worked construction. He worked a fertilizer company. He worked a hotel. He used to go around and they had different places where he would shuck the oysters for the people, slice the turkeys and hams for them. That was his extra job on the weekends.
Okay.
To help make extra money.
All right.
Yes.
Did you get a sense that your father enjoyed his work?
I think he did, and I think he enjoyed those weekends when he was going to those different places like the riding club and different places to shuck the oysters and to slice the turkeys for the people. And he would be dressed up in a dark suit and his bow tie.
Okay.
Yes, and I think he enjoyed that.
Okay. So what was it like growing up in Westminster when you were a child?
It was different. You couldn't go to the movies, the white movies. We had a state theater, and we couldn't sit down even in our movies downstairs. We had to go upstairs.
Oh, really?
But it was a black man that ran the movies, Mr. Thomas Dixon. And but we went to that movies. I mean, we didn't have the choice to go to the Curl Theater, and you couldn't sit down in any of the restaurants. If you bought something, you had to stand outside a lot of times to get it. They wouldn't let you. And then a lot of times there was black people working in their kitchens. But that's the way it was.
That's the way it was.
It was during segregation, and that's the way it was.
How was it when segregation started to end? I see a lot of video where segregation, when it came to an end, it was pretty rough in a lot of places, like Alabama and places in the South. How was that transition in Westminster?
Well, we started at school. We started playing basketball. I think the school here in Tonytown. Different schools we played, the white schools. Some of the kids left when they could go to other schools. We had one girl in our class, Marva Brown, who went to, I think it was called Wolf High School. It was in Union Bridge.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that name, yeah.
Yes. And she had to sit up at the front of the class because the kids were not nice to her. But she had in her mind that she wanted a good education. and that she wanted a scholarship. So she did. She went there, got a scholarship, and went to Morgan.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
A lot of them that went in Union Bridge, the Butler kids, I'm trying to remember some of the other names, but anyhow, they had to pretty much sit near the front, or because they went through a lot of nastiness.
Right.
But, our kids didn't know that when they started the school.
Really?
My children.
Really?
Yes.
What school did you go to? Was it Robert Moulton?
Robert Moulton.
Okay.
From the 1st grade to 12th grade.
To the 12th grade, all 12 years.
All 12 years.
All right. Who were some of the people in your class? I've interviewed a lot of people that went to that school.
All right. I went to school with Vivian Thomas, Scarlett Roberts, Thomas Magruder, Richard Hill. We just had a 50th anniversary. I'm trying to remember everybody that came. Oh, George Dorsey, Hudson. Her husband, she married one of our classmates, William Hudson. I don't want to miss any of them. Was there. And Marva came up and joined us because she was in our class. And we had her to come up, and she's on our picture. Did I miss anybody? Oh, was it Dorsey? Charles Davis and Dorsey. Let's see, who else did I miss? I hope I didn't miss any of them. I was trying to remember.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm familiar.
Did I say Vivian Thomas?
Yes.
Dorsey, yes.
Yep.
Yes, it was just a nice group that turned out.
Okay.
Out of the 27 of us that graduated out of our class, 12 of them had passed.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you mentioned that you had kids.
Yes, I have. I don't have 15 like my mother. I have 4 daughters.
Okay.
My first were twins. I have twin daughters, and then I had 2 other girls.
Okay. And are they still in the area?
My 2 youngest girls live in PG County.
Okay.
My twin daughters live right here in Tonytown.
Oh, okay. So you see them a lot.
That's why how I got up here. My daughter built a home over on Fairground, and she put on a room for me and my own bath area and everything. And I still had to run to the house too, and it's just nice living with her.
Okay.
Because I lived after my husband was killed in an automobile accident. I lived 7 years by myself on Main Street.
Okay.
And that was different after coming from a big crowd of people.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
Yes, it's been 15 years.
Really? Oh, wow. Wow. And how are your other 2 daughters? What do they do for a living? What do your 4 daughters do?
My other 2 daughters are licensed practical nurses in PG County.
Okay.
And they went to Boyd State University. They didn't finish, but they ended up pursuing a nurse's, license. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, definitely. And what are your 2 daughters that live in Tawnytown?
Regina works at Copper Ridge. She's receptionist there, and she also works for the Red Cross.
Okay.
Yes, so she's working 2 jobs. Dorita is works at not Western Maryland College. It's McDaniel. And she works there with the deaf education students, and she just got her degree this past May. Yes. But she's still working at the college there.
Okay.
Yes. And she also works at the different shelters, the homeless shelter and the domestic violence shelter. She works there also. Okay. Yes.
Now we did an interview with Barbara Magruder some time ago, and she talked about how when she grew up on, I believe she said Union Street.
Yes, there was only 2 black streets in Carroll County. I mean, in Westminster at the time, and that was Union Street and Charles Street, and then there was a few that lived on Green Street.
Okay. Yes. And I remember her telling the story about being a child and being able to walk around in the area and not worry about anything happening to you.
Oh, yes. We never had a key to our door. The doors were left open. I mean, you didn't have anything going on that was really bad, really. And you felt safe. I mean, we would walk from Charles Street to Union Street, and I think it was a mile and a half, but I mean, we were just happy kids walk. I mean, we walked a lot, yes.
And she also mentioned that you guys, that her and her friends played at what was then Western Maryland College.
Right, and that's where my sister, a lot of my family worked there. I had a brother that worked there over 40-some years, and we would go up there sometime and put the little uniforms on they wore at the college and play up and down with the squirrels up and down on that hill, yes.
Okay. So that must have been a lot of fun for you guys. I mean,
yes, it was. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like having a really big backyard out there.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
And I mean, they would take us, and then they'd walk. Most of them didn't have cars at that time. They walked from Charles Street to the Western Maryland, you know, to the college.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add to this story? It's been really nice talking to you. Is there anything you'd like to add to it?
Well, there's no place like home, and I love Westminster. I love the people that I grew up with. My mother was always friendly. She never saw color. She always told us, I don't see color. And so many white people did help our family and give to us and helped us along. And I didn't know about the prejudice. I didn't feel the prejudice because I didn't know. We were kids, and we played with a lot of the white kids, and we were kids, you know. But I mean, after we got older, we realized, you know, what was going on. But at the time, we had a beautiful school. Robert Moulton was the best school in the world. And they graduated some outstanding people, yes. And we're just proud that we lived in Carroll County. Yes.
Well,
I wouldn't live nowhere else. I've lived other places, but it's nothing like Carroll County.
keep coming back home.
I keep coming back home.
All right.
I lived in New Jersey for 4 years, and I lived in Baltimore for a time. But there's nothing like home.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. This was a very delightful interview, and I appreciate you sharing your memories with us today.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.